Placing fifth and receiving a blue is Trent Schlender. Sixth and receiving a blue, Gazelia Avila. Seventh and receiving a blue, Lily Giroux. Eighth and receiving a red, Addie Nas. Ninth and receiving a red, Paige Lester. 10th and receiving a red, Mary Zwald. 11th and receiving a red, Avery Skalitsky. 12th and receiving a red, Nicole Recker. 13th and receiving a red, Ellie Stangler. 14th and receiving a red, Ava Gustorf. 15th and receiving a red, Madison Goodix. And 16th and receiving a red, Claire Bingham. Our class now in the ring are our senior showmen. Immediately following this class, if you place first or second in our previous showmanship class, you will be coming back for Supreme Showman. We are happy to welcome back the 2022 Dodge County Fairs to the fair, Leah Wenninger. She is a past 4-H and FFA member, and we'd like to hear a few words from her.
Thank you. All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Dodge County Fair. Like she said, my name is Leah Wenninger, and I am currently serving as the 2022 Dodge County Fairs to the Fair. A little bit about me. I come from a small dairy farm in Iron Ridge with my parents, Ken and Mary Wenninger, where I currently work managing the dairy herd, field work, and anything else that goes along with operating the farm. I also work at Road and Barnyard Adventures, giving farm tours, and working as a farm camp instructor in the summer months. I also serve as the Washington County Ag Ambassador. Today we are here watching the showmanship for the dairy, and I want to give a huge round of applause to these kids because they pour their heart and soul into these projects, and they work hard, even way before the fair. So please help me give them a round of applause. So thank you so much for coming out, supporting these 4-H and FFA members. And tonight on the grandstand is Russell Dickerson at 8 o'clock. Hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah.
Seniors, just relax for 2 seconds. All the other showmen, I see a lot of kids still in whites that are standing around watching this group of kids. Look at this ring right now. This has been the best example all day, what we called about spacing. This is a huge class. These seniors have done a great job. I can get around all the animals. They have their private bubble, but there's no big gaps. And I can get from the 5 feet from the gates or the awards table. And I mean, this is picturesque. So I wanted to take this moment because I can't recreate this necessarily when I'm back on the mic. This is an example just to give you guys a quick look, but all the young kids, this is what we were talking about in our class, the spacing. This gives you a chance to work your animals in your area to the best ability. And I want to commend every single senior right now. You're doing an excellent job on that.
As Judge Vagley is completing her placing here in the senior showmanship, a reminder, if you place first or second in any of the previous showmanship classes today, you should be waiting outside the Progress Arena to come in for our Supreme Showman. Again, we'd like to thank those that have been helping out in the show for the last couple days. We've had Tony Walter from the Dodge County DHI Testing Association and Brock Irwin from Vital Plus. They've been tremendous help as far as getting the animals lined up and helping a few of the individuals that have needed a little extra help. But I think we all need to pay one individual extreme appreciation for everything that he does for this show, and that's Kyle Bunkuski, your junior superintendent. I think Kyle does a fantastic job, puts his heart and soul, and you can't believe the amount of hours behind the scenes before the fair that he spends, and we can't thank him enough for everything that he does. I believe this is his 13th year as dairy superintendent. If we would add it the COVID year, it'd be 14. He keeps kind of threatening us that he's going to retire, but we can't let him do that yet. So please show your appreciation for Kyle and everything that he does for your junior fair.
All right, give these seniors a big round of applause. Again, as I talked to all these showmen, it was a prelude to some of them earlier classes. I knew this class was going to come in with guns loaded, and they did not disappoint me. And they are all getting blue ribbons. And I told this group down here, please, please, please do not walk out of here thinking you were last, because you're not. All great showmen, and to have this large of a class of senior showmen is tremendous. It shows just the strength of your dairy project in this county. And we've talked about this the last 2 days. It has been an honor to come up here and work with these kids and these animals. Quality of kids, quality animals, top notch. And that is accolades to Dodge County. I would have any one of these kids lead for me. And people that know me really well know I love to strap cows. I love getting them ready, but I love being in the show ring to show them. But any one of these kids, if I see them at State Fair or whatever, I would not be afraid to say, hey, you, come grab my heifer, because that's the trust I would put into them. They do an exceptional job. This group has behaved the best as a whole. Just general comments that way, just top-notch, top to bottom. But they tell me I have to pick a winner. This young man, and I'm going to make a few comments from yesterday and today. I was watching him yesterday. And I will say this too. Yesterday was about the animal, today is about the kid. But yesterday, the kid came in showmanship form, and I appreciate that. Showmanship's an all day long, every time you come in the ring, and they just ticked it up one more notch. We went from an 8 to a 10 all the way down the line. But this young man came in with this heifer today on the money. They float. He's got the head carriage. He knows she can get stretched out every once in a while. He works his hardest to keep them feet underneath her, and gave me less times that she was stretched out than this young lady coming out in second. When we got on that final out curve line, she just got stretched out just a tick more than I'd like to see, and she left her there. She goes over a young lady with this Jersey calf. Jersey calf a couple times didn't get the rear leg switched on the outside of the when we were on the outside, when I walked side to side, and wanted to step out of line a couple times, but this young lady does an exceptional job presenting her, handling her, getting out of line, getting right back in without too much distraction in the class. Just a little bit more fluid, a little quicker, all three a little quicker coming into line when pulled than this young man coming out in fourth. Another young man I want to mention, all day long yesterday. You had some of the bigger heifers yesterday. Our older heifers were a little bit full of spunk and sass and gave our handlers a run for their money. This young man's heifers came in, and I don't know what you do at home with them, or it's just your personality, but you do an excellent job. Your animals are calm, and as this cow goes around the ring, she's chewing her cud, and she's out for a walk with her owner. And it's just fun to watch when animals work together. Sometimes you get lucky and you get a personality that matches. Most often than not, it's the work you put into that animal. Taking nothing away from this young lady with the red cow. She's another excellent showman. Cow beating her up a little bit today, just not wanting to stand quite right. Never quite gave me a great look with her rear legs today. But she handles her cow and coming in and out of line very professionally, doesn't disrupt the class, gets back right where she needs to be, as efficiently and effectively as she can. We go down the line. I want to talk about each one of these kids because I think that they need to hear this from me again. As we go down, I got a big black cow for me. Young lady with the Holstein calf. Sometimes just gets a little relaxed on the halter and loses a little bit of the head carriage. But again, floats with that heifer. The heifer's chewing her cud and is content and happy to be out here. She keeps her heifer together just a bit more in line than our young lady with our Jersey yearling. She's had a tendency just to get a little square out behind her with her feet when waiting for me to come walk past, and didn't always correct that. But out on the move again, just floats along with it, with her. Young man coming out with the red heifer, I'll call her another little sass box that started in the beginning of the class. Gave him a run for his money, but he stuck with it. He was my do not give up competitor in this class. Kept working through her, didn't lose his temper with her, and just handled the situation much to my liking. And as the class went on, she actually liked going counterclockwise around the ring better than clockwise. So that was to his benefit. But he let her settle in, and he kept working with her. But you can tell the time has been put in with that heifer too. Presents her. Sometimes likes to get her just stretched out just a little bit. But I do prefer overall, for the majority, he keeps that head carriage on her and gets the advantage over our big black cow. As I told the young lady, she's got a beautiful cow, but sometimes it's get a little heavy-headed. Now I understand, yes, knowing this from yesterday, she didn't show any heifers, so she could only bring her cow in. Totally understand that. She does a great job showing what she has brought to the ring. Just for her to win this class, I'd like to see her to have an animal that she can always keep that head carriage up. That's how nitpicky I'm getting with these kids. As we come down the line, the young lady with the Holstein calf and our Jersey cow here, very close again, just the calf had her rear legs, comes down to that, presented more often than not correctly than our Jersey cow when we walked around them when they were on the outside. Our next cow coming here does a really nice job of setting up for her, sometimes just gets a little close on her rear legs, and I talked to her about that in line, and about, being straight in line and keeping that head up when she doesn't think I'm looking at her. Our Jersey calf coming around almost sets up automatically for this young lady. Again, shows that this calf's been worked with and knows what to do. But we talked about her head carriage. She wants to get a little kink in her neck, and it just takes away from the aesthetics and the lines of her calf. But does a really nice job. We just want to come in a little bit straighter in the line when we pull into line. And our last two, our Holstein heifer and our our red and white, that she just won't give this poor young man a break today. Both do a great job. The heifer's just acting up a little bit more for them, doesn't give them an opportunity to really show off their showmanship skills. But when they keep trying, and I want to recognize them on the halter for that. But again, tremendous group of seniors. I appreciate the time that you gave me to work with them. I hope they might not like my decision today, but knowing, because I know some of them probably won other contests, but it's today, it's the moment. But again, I would let any one of you come lead one of my heifers or cows at a show. So that's about, I think, the biggest compliment you can take from a judge, and I hope you know I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Again, give these seniors a big round of applause.
In our senior showmanship just completed, all individuals will be receiving a blue ribbon. Winning the class and receiving a trophy and sweatshirt from Compeer Financial was Ian Spoke. Second in the class with Faith Paulson. Third, Emma Paulson. Fourth, Devin Justman. Fifth, Elizabeth Gunst. Sixth, Cadence Tennis. Seventh, Tristan Bischoff. Eighth, Sawyer Pitterly. Ninth, Tia Hildebrandt. 10th, Carly Nails. 11th, Laura Giroux. 12th, Shelley Hildebrand. 13th, Lisa Zupke. 14th, Cora Girth. And 15th, Nolan Eltrider. Let's put our hands together and congratulate these individuals one more time. Our class now in the ring will be those in contention for our Supreme Champion Showman. It'll be our first and second places in each of our previous showmanship classes.